Bruce Wayne again with one of my amazing stories. So what I want to talk to you about today is bullying and being bullied. I know that's been in and out of the news, but my take on it is a little different. I probably have three primary stories that I want to share with you, but throughout my life I've always fought the bully and have actually spent a lot of my time defending other people from the bully. And my first encounter was back in, I think, the 4th grade, where this guy, his name was Rupert, and he was, I don't know what his story was, but it seemed like he came from a very abusive household because I remember him taking off his belt and going around and whipping all the other kids with the belt. He had scratches all over his face. He looked like he'd been through some scrapes over time. And I remember that he actually carried a knife. And he was new in our school. He was a new student. And he was trying to intimidate everyone. And everybody was scared of him, but I was not scared of him. I came from 4 boys in the family and living up in Rock Hall at the time. And so, I was fearless at the time. And so when he decided to come my way and thought he was going to bully me, I remember getting in a fight. I don't know what happened, but we were in a fight. And I remember we were on the 2nd floor. And this is at Independence City All-Age School in Kingston, in St. Catherine, actually, Portmore, St. Catherine. And I remember us fighting, and I remember, he thought I was going to be scared of the knife, and somehow we got in a struggle, and we ended up leaning over the balcony on the 2nd floor. And he's like, well, I'm going to throw you over there, and I grabbed him, and I said, well, if you go, I go. And, of course, I didn't learn about gravity or the consequences at that point. It just goes to show that when you're young, and your brain is not fully formed. They say your brain is not fully formed until in your late 20s. And so you didn't think of the consequences, and I certainly did not. But I just thought that, look, you know what? If we're going to go, we're going to go. And it scared him, and he backed off. And that's how that situation happened. The other person that I got in fights with was a kid that was named Leopold. And Leopold, every lunchtime, he and I would get in a fight. We would constantly fight. It was like ding, 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 lunchtime, and we'd go out and fight each other. And neither one of us would really win, but we were always trying. And so eventually we sort of just gave up and became friends. And that was my first experience in making a so-called enemy into a friend. And it happened throughout my life that many times that I fought the bully, I ended up actually bonding with them as a child and even as an adult. And I think that's why sometimes when I think psychologists look at bullying and they don't allow boys to sort of be boys a little bit, I always, rely on my experience and say that, look, it's a coming of age thing, and some of it, even though it can feel very violent, actually can result in some sort of friendship.